Hola mi gente, what's up? I know we're all going a little stir crazy right now, stuck at home in isolation. I wanted to reach out to all my students out there and make sure you guys are all still practicing while at home alone during this hiatus. Remember, there's still a lot we can work on even if we don't have a partner. In fact, this is a great opportunity for us to focus on some really important stuff. Isolations, body movement, spins, footwork and grounding, shines and musicality and technique and styling. Whew, we've got a lot of work to do. Dale! First, I want to clear up a common misconception. Believe it or not, you can practice partner work without a partner. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. It's true. In fact, being able to do a move on your own is a crucial part to mastering a move. So, you've got no excuse not to practice. And the more you do practice on your own, the more efficient your practices will be when you actually do have a partner. To get started, first make a list of all the moves that you know. Individual moves, not patterns. We want to train our mind to recalling what we know, and having a name for each move helps our mind to keep track of them. Studies have shown that the human brain struggles to understand concepts that we don't have words for. So it's important to have a name for each move, but it doesn't really matter what you call them so long as you call them something. You can't remember the name of a move? Don't overstress it, just rename it. Something that you'll remember, like parakeets with nunchucks, pandas for president, cupcakes for tigers, sushi pirates, dim sum surprise, robots with bow ties, avocados con queso, attack of the hula hooping giraffes. Check out our syllabus online if you don't already have one, link below, for a list of the moves we teach in class and what we'll be calling them. You might find a few on there that you forgot that you knew. Okay, so we've compiled a list. Now we need to train our brains to access it. Without looking at your original list, try to recreate it as fast as you can, a few times. You want to get to the point where you're not wasting time thinking, what else do I know? And instead, you can spit them out like bam, bam, bam. I know this move, that move, like a Tommy gun. Bam, bam, bam. It's not how Tommy guns work. It's more like, I've got a silencer. You get the idea. Be sure to check back and make sure you didn't miss any moves. It helps to keep them in a certain order and go down the list, A, B, C, D, E. But once that gets comfortable, mix it up. D, A, F, A, C, E, A, F, D. It's okay if you repeat the same moves multiple times. The idea is that you want to quick fire as fast as you can and keep it going as long as you can. Just mentally rolling the dice. Next, we want to make sure we can actually do each of these moves as fast as we can recall them. We have to get them from in here to out here. Let's go down your list and start with just the footwork for each move. Go slow and make sure every step is exactly where you want it. Do this in front of a mirror if you can, but if you don't have any mirrors, try recording yourself. As you start getting comfortable with where to step, start focusing on your technique. Watch out for those giant Zumba steps, keep it tight, careful not to lunge into your steps, pay close attention to your weight placement, beware the pigeon toes, keep those turned out, remember to keep your core nice and tight, make sure to keep your hips directly under you. I don't want to see any hip thrust action as you rock forward on the dance floor. And don't forget about that posture, shoulders back and down. Once you're ready to add in the arms, always be sure to mark where your prep, lead, and close should be for each move. The amount of tension you're going to need is going to vary from partner to partner, but remember we should never be using our arm muscles or feel like we're arm wrestling. So just keep it light on your invisible partner and be sure to use your back and your body weight to generate those leads. Again, watch yourself in the mirror, go slow, and make sure everything looks exactly how you want it. By doing the moves in slow motion, you can also find places where you can add some flavor. Play around and tweak your moves. Take this cross by lead, for example. Instead of just going through the motions and taking my basic steps, it's kind of boring. I want it to look sharp, so I'm going to think about my posture, my core, and my angles. Chest up, knee out, aha, that's better. Or as a follower, I might like it better if I bring my knee across on the floor. All right, now I've got to get myself in the habit of doing it like this. Add a basic before and after. Try putting the move back to back multiple times without stopping or basics between. Then slowly speed it up. But if you see yourself getting sloppy, then slow it back down. You want to get to the point where you can consistently execute the move precisely how you want it every single time without having to think about it. Once you've gone through this process with each move, try putting each move both before and after all the moves on your list. Then drill them until those combinations feel natural. Then mix it up. As you're doing one move, roll the dice in your head and decide which move you're going to do next. You might start off with basics in between, but you want to get to the point where you can take those basics out. You can try picking a move, whether it's one that you're most comfortable with or one that you want to work on, and anytime you feel yourself about to do a basic, do that instead. It's your new basic. Then add music, and again, make sure that you're not letting that technique be compromised. As that gets easier, try keeping track of which moves are right-hand moves versus left-hand moves, and practice alternating between the two. That way, if you're dancing with two hands, you don't get yourself tangled. Sure, you could always just let go of a hand, but this will help you avoid that situation so you can keep your flow going. If you're feeling ambitious, another thing you can experiment with is go through each move and think about what feeling that move has. Some moves might feel big and sharp, or smooth or subtle. You can play with the energy of each move. Some moves can be done in different ways to give them a different feeling. And then when you're listening to music, think about what moves might go well with different parts of the song. If there's a lot of energy in the music, you can do your big flashy moves. Whereas when the music's soft, you want to keep to that smaller, more subtle set of moves. Try to match the feeling of the music with the feeling of your moves. That, my friend, is the key difference between actually dancing to the music and expressing the music versus just using the music as a metronome to practice your dancing. Now, I know this sounds like a lot of work, but I promise it'll be worth it. On the dance floor, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So even if you only have a few moves in your arsenal, your partners will greatly appreciate the time that you put into making each move feel smooth and accurate and stylish, and that musicality, that's the cherry on top. You'll get a lot better feedback on the dance floor than if you, say, had a million moves, but your technique is just whack. And as always, remember, dancing is about having fun, period. That sums it up for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed these tips and find them helpful. Stay tuned for more coming soon. Have fun practicing. I can't wait to dance with you all again, and I'm so excited to see you all come back as stronger dancers. Ciao. Bam, bam, bam. That's not right either. Sounds like a sprinkler. Shooting blanks.